country, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on the fourth-ranked team of the land, the Ohio State.
Shit, me either. Since the baseball came out for real.
I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing started.
Yo, yeah, I've been running that shit too. He been ducking me. Yup, he been ducking me like a motherfucker.
And the Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
It's about that time. It's almost that time.
With a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see how my team gonna be on this new college, man.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
He wants to pass it on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh,
gotta catch that, man.
And they came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice.
You gotta catch that.
Defender.
They'll go with a direct snap. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Moving out of the pocket.
Hit.
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Let me get it right back.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
They'll try the run. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success, they run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Spits it out to the back. Finds his man.
Oh, hell no.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game
Oh, hell no.
getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Toss to the outside. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use.
Going for it all. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rose up, keeping its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Trying to punch it in.
Fuck off me, nigga.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
Your ass off me.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground. And
Turn this shit up.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Looking for space. It's James. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
To throw, it's Gabriel. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Looking down the left side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Trying to make that rush fake on the draw play here. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
Great job by the quarterback, the running back, and the offensive line, really selling the pass. That's step one. If you're going to run an effective draw, it's got to look like pass, and then boom, you sneak it right to the running back, gets a big gain, and gets a first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Oh, shit.
And good work by the coverage.
Good shit, boy. You almost took that shit to the house.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
Let's go.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. He's got his man, and he's just run out of bounds. Maybe losing to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. On the option. Now the pitch.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it's blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, and they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're trying to get to it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
That's crazy. They let you get rid of that.
But that's a smart play. And the QB coach,
That's wicked work.
Happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as it got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And he didn't get big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the
If you quitting, man, you trying to play another one? All right. Oh, shit. I'm tripping. I'm tripping hard. You know, I don't like them niggas for real, for real. I got Ohio State socks right now.
welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Returner will field it and try to get some field position.
Oh, shit.
Nice
Bitch.
job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at
Bitch,
the
bitch,
42.
bitch.
Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Going for a big play.
I told you I don't like them niggas.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
Man, watch the fucking run.
Life miserable for these guys. He's looking to throw it.
Don't do it.
How about that play to get
Man, you gotta catch that.
Completion. The Wolverines moving
You ain't
quickly
doing
to the
shit
line.
with that bitch.
The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
He ain't doing a motherfucking thing.
Blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down.
Defense,
and
Chris.
lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Warren. Throws for the tight end. Complete.
Hold that shit.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
A first down run in the red zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
It is incomplete, and he himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Yeah, you gotta pull
Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide for making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Always coming down here just any kind of way.
They open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Throws to the wideout.
Let's go. To the house. To the house. To the house. To the house.
He's at the 10. Touchdown.
Let's go, Ski Line.
What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception.
To the house. To the house.
With the pick six.
To the house.
Stop the defender. Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football. Makes the interception.
Smithers.
Everybody on defense. We turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Oh no.
And the extra point
He ain't gonna make it.
To 14.
He playing with Michigan. You don't like them niggas for real, for real.
Wait to get back out there after the
I don't give a fuck what they is. I don't fuck with them.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
And you know this, man.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's
What's
right.
that?
The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
What inning of the song?
This unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need
Are
an
you
explosive
serious?
play to wake themselves
You don't know what he called.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not.
Ain't gonna make it.
You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that big skis.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. The snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Going to the running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Right back to him on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
This crowd busting the decibel. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time...
Fuck! Damn, he's right there!
It's intercepted.
Fuck ass shit.
Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback is snowed under. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Looking left. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
Good defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
They run the reverse. That play just
the defense.
never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Well, the running game got nothing on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see if they try the air on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This is a long fourth down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him? Now.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He uncorks one deep. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now, the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys.
And he runs
so far from nigga.
Touchdown, Buckeyes.
I like these niggas, man.
Strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up, you can cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll off one deep down the left side.
Why you ain't fucking catch the ball,
Catch inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown.
Oh my God, bro! You ain't catch the ball.
And nice job getting the pass.
Fucking taking this nigga out the game, dog. That shit just fucking irritated me, bro. Yeah, you coming out. Yeah, you sit all the way the fuck down there. I don't give a fuck either. You gonna play fucking fifth string. Me, this nigga did not catch the fucking ball, bro. Fuck. Come on, man. Fuck that nigga, bro. That was a pick, bro. We just stood there and watched. Fuck that nigga.
This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out.
There, bro. I'm pressing triangle like a motherfucker, bro. Get your bitch ass out the game.
Take it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did.
He'll take the deep shot. And it slipped through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Tosses it incomplete. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history.
That's my quarterback.
So much history.
That's what we just get fucking used to.
2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo
Good
Schembechler
defense,
at Michigan,
bro.
and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Excellent field position here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they knocked him down almost immediately. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. The give on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, blowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The second down coming.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Howard. Looking to scramble. He's not afraid to go deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout.
I was right there.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He'll be brought down to the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Warren. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Get it out on the screen. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Slow man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just
Defense too good. Fuck that.
Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They go to the ground.
Bye-bye.
He's loose.
Move, nigga. Get out my fucking way.
Plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defensively, you'll take mistakes. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for room, it's Judkins. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the 2nd half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return.